Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
I was really
you to
close.
start it right then. Thank you.
I was really close to just going in. I'm Pepe the Frog.
No. Oh God, we're not dragging that into the show.
Why? Was it an article? Did you want me to close the article then?
Shut up. God. Okay. All right. Back on track. Like we just basically started the show, fell off the track completely, and now I'm trying to pull us back on.
It's just part of the track, you know. It's not just one of those straight
We
track
do what
kind
we
of
can,
things.
okay?
Exactly. It's an
What
improvised
games
show.
has everybody been playing this week?
RimWorld. Lots of RimWorld. And more RimWorld. And, well, I did play some Mario Rabbids as well, but it was mainly RimWorld.
Glad you're
Which I'll
having
be-
a good time with that one.
Yeah, I've owned it for like 2 years, I think. And I finally decided to play it. And have gotten into it, and it's just, you know, the little survival on a planet and trying to, kill animals and farm and trying to make sure my little guys don't die, and they keep dying, and it's really irritating. Because what'll happen is there'll be like it's hilarious because they'll end up getting killed by like a fucking chinchilla or something like that. It's like a
Something
rabid
fluffy and
chinchilla.
cute.
A
Yeah.
rabid chinchilla.
And it's like da 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 da. Like, but it'll pop up the thing at the bottom of the screen, and it's like rabid chinchilla on the loose, or rabid beaver, or rabid raccoon, whatever. And then my guys have to find, they have to kill it, they have to do whatever, and
And not get
they're
eaten.
just
by it.
not smart. Like you have to like kind of guide them around. It's like you've got a shotgun in your hand and you're trying to melee this thing. Like it's just fucking shoot it. Like it's not that hard.
Maybe they're
I
trying
was
to
like-
conserve ammo.
Now all I can
There's-
think of
it's
is
unlimited.
Monty Python and the little killer rabbit.
Right?
yeah.
There's enough blood to go along with that entire theory right there. Like you actually have to set people to clean up inside the building, because if there's any type of injury or anything, there's a blood trail that goes along with it. So you have to clean that up. And I'm just like, God, this is awful. And then to bring new people in. So far, the only way I've done it is like they're like, oh, there's a colonist that's coming towards your place. Would you like to, invite that person in? And if you do, then there's like a pirate or somebody that's chasing them. So, of course, I allow them in because I'm like, okay, well, that's an extra person. Kid you not, every time it happens, another one of my people die. Like just before the person gets there, or like something
room.
happens in between. And one guy got like some type of weird disease, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And he was one of my favorites. Like,
Of course, it
'cause
was
he-
your new favorites.
Like, well,
Because-
Jim is dead. You can have his room.
right? Oh, and I was just like, oh my God. So yeah, but it's fun. I mean, you see little people running around. It's a lot like was it Prison Architect? That
Yeah.
same style of art and all that, and trying to get the stuff up and going. I finally I kept having a problem with my batteries from like my solar panels supply to the batteries, right? And then the batteries would, if it had a storm, they would just fucking catch on fire. And I was like, what the hell's the deal? Like, they're sitting up underneath this rock. Now you have to put a wall and a door
so
on
that they don't...
yeah, like it doesn't matter that they have an overhang on them. You actually have to seal them inside of a room to keep them from doing that. So
Oh.
it took me a while to figure that out, but I
Well,
figured
now you
that
know.
out. Yeah, so but it's fun. I recommend it to. I don't even know how much the damn game cost. I bought it 2 years ago. It's probably like $5 now. I don't know. So
Well, I mean, it'll only be another couple of months before we have a Steam sale, so
yeah.
if it's too much, just hold out.
But I do recommend.
Steam
I will tell you this. Like what I did, and I recommend this. The version of the game that he's playing is an older version, but the science behind it, if you will, the gameplay science behind it with it is pretty sound. If you'll go to Carnage's YouTube channel, he actually has a tutorial. There's like 4 things that are on there. Like I just started with the first one, and I was like, okay, I got it. I didn't want to spoil any of the game for me, so it's like as long as you get through the first 1 or 2, you're fine. You're not gonna lose a whole lot. But they did improve a lot of the mechanics in the game since he was playing it. But the science behind it's pretty sound. It's good though. Like I definitely recommend it. But that's what I've been doing. And then
Okay.
Rabbids, Mario Rabbids.
Well, I'm going to jump in next because my week has been an emotional roller coaster of craziness. So, I finally finished Final Fantasy, which this is my first Final Fantasy game. So I think Ollie was like, were you surprised by it? But it's like, I didn't really know what to expect because I've never played a Final Fantasy before. And starting it out, it's like, yeah, okay, this is pretty fun. This is pretty interesting. If you've never played a Final Fantasy, but you really like story-driven games and good plot lines and great character development, and you just enjoy crying, go ahead and play that one because it gets rid of that turn-based bullshit, and it's real-time combat, which is nice. But I was like, this is fun, this is great, and Chicken's like, no, once you get to this chapter, it puts you back onto Final Fantasy territory, and you'll know it. And I was like, what does that mean? Bam, Final Fantasy territory. Oh my god, I know what you mean. Like, Square Enix, why do you just enjoy making people cry? Because Jesus.
I told you.
Because
Told
it
you
gives
it's gonna
them
be
strength.
rough.
Oh, it was so good. But oh my god, I don't think I've ever cried that hard at any game previous. Like I've cried at games. I've been attached to characters and things are important to me on like an emotional, sentimental level. But this one's like, oh my god, let me take your feelings to this baseball bat right here.
It was funny too because she gives me a phone call and she's like, are you planning on playing this? And I was like, well, if I did, I'd forget whatever you told me anyway. And then she tells me the whole story. I was crying so much, and then this happened, and then this.
I know. Every time you think it's over, you're like, okay, so surely there's about to be an upswing here, and I can stop fucking crying. And then Ubisoft like backs that feels bus right back over you, and you're like, okay, so I'm done now. We've hit the end of the game. I'm really gonna stop
Square
crying.
Enix.
And then the credits.
Square Enix,
and
not
you're like,
Ubisoft.
No. Oh, Square Enix. Sorry, I don't know why.
Don't you
Ubisoft, I don't know.
insult Square Enix like that.
But
Don't you put them in that same
I
category?
didn't mean to. My bad.
I was like, did she say Ubisoft?
you know what
I'm
I-
totally confused.
I didn't even catch it. My brain just kept going. But I wish that Square would put that kind of focus and wonderful story effort into all of their stuff so that things like Deus Ex Mankind Divided would not have happened. Because the story blocks were all there for that one, but with Final Fantasy, Jesus. Like...
Yeah, but Final Fantasy is a specific kind of style. It's always been a Japanese RPG where it's very heavy on the story, very heavy on the characters, and basically they will beat the shit out of you with the feels bat every time you play a Final Fantasy game.
There was one character that ended up like they ended up dying, and I was like, I know this is probably gonna happen, but I probably won't feel anything about it because they didn't put a whole lot of development into that character. And when it happened, like, because of the things that it affected around that character wasn't necessarily specifically this person died. It was this person's death affects this, like ripple effects, all of this other stuff, and it was so heartbreaking. And then you're like, I'm gonna fix this, I swear, more heartbreak. Oh, there's some more. Okay, I didn't need that heart anyway. But it was so delightful.
Somebody just needs to dress up as like a Square Enix man or something with a freaking baseball bat that says Phil's bat on it.
Giant Square Enix logo with the feels bat. What's up? You wanna play? I got some time over here. You sure? No, I think I'm good.
I'm here to make you cry.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So I was super sad early in the week, and then this weekend, my sister came down yesterday. We finished up Saints Row, finally. We had to finish it individually because there's an infinite loading loop in the co-op for that on the PC version for Saints Row the 4th. So if you're playing it with your friends and you get to the finale, just know that you will have to do it individually because it will not let you load. But not the point. After that, I was like, let's play some Trials Fusion because Chicken picked it up when it was free on Xbox. Yeah. Picked it up when it was free on Xbox One. And so I haven't played Fusion. We played Evolution was the one that we played on 360, right?
Yep. Trials
Okay,
Evolution.
so we played that as a group with me and Red and Chicken and Baka. So my sister's never played any of the Trials games. He let her do like a short run through one of the tutorials, I think. And then we sat down to play. We sat down to play the multiplayer at split screen. Well, not split screen because it's just one track, but you can be. It's traditionally motorcycles. Trials is traditionally motorcycles, which is the part that we kept skipping over when we were telling people about this. But you can play as a unicorn that is being ridden by a cat in the multiplayer. So we're like that. That's definitely like as soon as it comes up on the screen, you can see the cat and the unicorn, and she was like, "I want to play that."
So basically, like the internet is playing
Yeah,
the
I
game.
mean,
Basically.
That's really The only downside is it wasn't like followed by a trail of rainbow smoke or something, as it ran. But
Rainbow smoke.
Yeah.
not only is it just hilarious to watch anyway, but if you've played any of the Trials games, you kind of know how the physics work, where there's like the lean mechanic and you can lean too far one way or the other and completely screw yourself over, but sometimes you don't always fall like straight off the bike. Like you can put it on the back wheel if you're driving the motorcycle every once in a while, an accident, and let you drive a little forward and whatnot. You can do that on the pony too. Just like... Imagine the horse, with its 4 legs, and then it all of a sudden is straight up on its butt, and its back legs are the only thing that's moving as it's trying to scoot its butt up the hill with this cat attached to its back. And
Well, I mean, it can't get a good grip with the hooves, so it uses its ass cheeks to clench.
Yeah,
Way
but
up.
the fucking legs are still kicking like it's swimming up the fucking hill. It's like, I think there's something wrong with your unicorn. Oh wait, it's a unicorn. There's a lot wrong with it.
It is so hard to put into words how funny it was, but we were down here, like, laughing so hard that we could not breathe, and there were just tears streaming from our eyes, trying to, like, scoot our butt. Like, one of us had already crashed out, and we're like, scoot up the hill! Get your butt up the hill so we can get the checkpoint! I mean, it was so funny. My face hurt, my sides hurt, everything hurt. I'm not used to being, laughing so hard for so long. It was just a riot. And Chicken Nose, he came in and was like watching it here and there. Had to come and get us over one obstacle.
Yeah, just watching them go, "Nah, fall, nah, fall, nah, fall, nah." And at the end, if like one
unicorns are not
person
meant to do
finished,
that.
they would just like their horse would fall over to the side. It's like, yay, bloop. I think your horse died.
But it was so funny. Like, I just want, like, I told Chicken, because it's on his account that we were playing, I was like, you have to go and unlock all of the other maps so that we can try it. The downside is my sister is way, way better at driving cars and motorcycles than I am.
Unicorns, apparently.
Yeah, and unicorns, whatever.
Well, I suppose one of you two had to have that talent.
Evidently, it's the same category. So.
Apparently.
When we were kids, we had a GameCube, and Need for Speed was one of the games that I refused to play with her. Because I couldn't keep up. I'm like, crash, crash, crash. She's like zooming in first place every time. I'm like, shut up. So we're back to that. Childhood memories. She's going to win every race ever. Straight up left me a few times because it's like side scrollers where if you're off the screen.
Yeah, it's like speed runners where if you get it left off, like if you fall off the screen, you just die and spawn back up at the next checkpoint.
She just straight up left me a few times.
Yep.
Like, you're struggling with that? Bye.
Oh, yeah.
We should find a custom map on like Halo 3 or something and do like warthog races. And see how well she does on that.
She'd win. But that's what I've been playing. So I will let you guys go because I could talk forever about how hilarious that was. Because it was. Unicorns and cats. Oh, and a cat had a gun for some reason.
Yeah.
The cat that's riding the unicorn has a gun.
He's got like a bandana.
Straight up internet. That's
It's
what
like
that is.
Rambo Cat. He's got his gun, his bandana.
The only thing that would have made
he's
it
got to
more.
shoot the unicorn if it breaks its leg or something. I guess I don't know.
The only thing that would have made it more internet would have been like if it had a piano instead.
He plays the piano to make the unicorn go.
Ding dong, meow, down.
Or if it was a Pop-Tart cat.
A Nyan Cat.
like a Nyan Cat?
Yep.
Nyan Cat.
Yep.
Meow, meow, meow.
That would have been great.
Uh,
Anyway, what about you guys?
PUBG played some Blood Bowl 2 with Newbie. He actually tied. He managed to get a touchdown on me.
Oh, he actually tied. Well, that's a surprise. Probably the only time you'll let him get one before you whoop his ass.
Well, I was stomping him around quite a bit, and then he managed to get just like a really good set of just rolls out of nowhere, and managed to score a touchdown because my zombies don't move as fast as elves do. So
Zombies versus
it's
elves.
like
Wow.
it's like he rolled everything perfectly to like dodge out of all these little zones, and then grab the ball and run it in. I was like, son of a bitch.
Obviously, Baka does not like to lose at Blood Bowl. As
No.
you can tell.
It's one of
He's
the
not
few games
used
I
to
know
it.
I'm really good at.
Yeah, which is why me and Red don't play with him anymore. He's a cheesy kind of guy, if everybody knows what I mean.
He likes to cheese the game.
Yeah.
I'm not cheesing the game. I just use mummies.
He's a very cheesy guy.
Totally legit on the undead team.
Totally.
Fine, I'll use the Keebler elves on you.
Yeah, and you'll still even if it doesn't matter what you play, the game will always side with him. He rolls better, he loads his dice, the fucking refs will interfere on his behalf. There's nothing you can do. If you do something well,
I'll play you at halflings. They are statistically the worst team in the game.
The only way that I will play you in that game is if you don't field a team.
I think that's cheating on your part.
That's the only way that you can win against him.
I have to build something. I mean, and halflings, it takes 4 halflings to basically get it to where I can roll 1 dice against you.
Yeah, and you still hit with that dice.
Yeah, but the amount of halflings and things I can build on there. I mean, the only somewhat good thing I'd have would be the treemen, and they're just they just stand around.
Somehow they would run up to somebody and kill them. Player out.
They have a movement of 2.
Well, you guys want to talk about the new game you started playing?
Well, I didn't talk about my Path of Exile that I've been playing.
Oh, talk about your Path of Exile. I'm sorry.
Yes, I started playing it again. There's a lot more to that game, and it's the update has made that game very, very
I noticed
big.
a trend about that. I saw you playing Path of Exile on my Steam, and then Red and Baka and I think somebody else was playing.
I couldn't get my old account information again, so I was like, okay, I gotta restart all over again. And then I started it, and I'm like, damn it.
It's fine. I had to restart too because basically they took all the old characters and shoved them into Standard League, and has made the Harbinger League the new normal game. So if you want to start again, you have to start in the new mode anyway. I don't even play Standard League. Standard League is very empty. It's the basic game. Harbinger has all the nice little bells and whistles, all the new challenges, the new monsters that spawn up. There are these weird spirits that'll show up every so often that you can't damage, but the only way that you can hurt them is by killing the creatures they spawn, and they just love to spawn shit on top of you and will chase you around.
Yeah, I ran across a few of those. I was like, what the hell is this? They won't stop coming back.
Yeah, you just gotta keep fucking wailing on their little people that they summon out, and then they'll eventually die and drop you some good loot. Things like that. There's also these cool, they're chests or bookcases, however you want to look at it, but they randomly appear in the world, and some of them are unidentified chests, and you can either identify them and then open them up. It'll tell you basically spawns 6 mobs, corpses explode, they have a bunch of can't think of the mods on them, and then you fight that, and then once you kill the mobs in the area, it pops open with loot. So it's lots of interesting and dynamic things that you can find in the world now. So I'm enjoying it. I've made it halfway through the second act. Again, I'm trying to get to the end of the game so that I can farm the end. It's a lot of fun. It's it's itching that Diablo itch that I need. that action RPG itch that I need. So that, and I've also been playing the new game that just came out the day after my birthday, which was Wednesday. The game came out on Thursday. It is Divinity 2. Waiting for it.
Happy late birthday.
That right there, 9 months in early access, and now it's out. That's it. That's all it took. That game is wonderful. If you don't own it, you should buy it.
I still haven't quite figured out the Game Master mode yet. I've been fiddling around with that, but...
Have you watched the Larian Studios with Matt Mercer on it?
I think I watched it a while back, but I don't really remember much out of it.
You should definitely watch it again, because his explanation of watching him do it, you catch on like that. It's so easy to use.
I've just been moving dots and randomly typing in little points here and there, and then seeing what kind of neat things that I get for spawns of weapons and armor when I go, I want to make it divine and this weapon and this armor.
It's super nice. And they just released their modded tools, their mod tools out too. So everyone's already out to the races making mods and things like that. So
It doesn't have what I need. Let me just make it.
exactly. They're hoping they can create a huge DM mode library full of stuff that you can upload, character models, items, D&D quests and things like that, campaigns. The game's got a lot of potential.
I want to recreate Ravenloft and send you guys in it.
You probably could. I mean, people are going to make maps, whole sorts of things, and they even broke a record for the most consecutive players playing an RPG at one time. So, and that's just on Steam. You know, I'm pretty sure there's several thousand others elsewhere. But yeah, we started our campaign. We'll be playing it today.
I'm playing. Yeah. As soon as we're done with the show, it's like, okay, everybody's going to make food and we're going to go play for the rest of the night.
So you're just playing the second one?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you bought the first one so he could play with you.
I know, and he never did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He never finished
So,
me either,
okay.
motherfucker.
Yeah, apparently. Hey, the second one is awesome. We could all four play together without some crazy mod. So.
That's true.
The second one is a lot more open.
Also, I get to be a lizard. There's not a lizard in the first one. Is
No.
there?
Yep.
I don't think
Nope.
so. Okay.
It was
It was
just
My
just
lizard
human.
lady is very pretty and elegant.
My elf eats people's
Lizard
limbs.
lady is elegant and pretty. Got it.
She
Yeah.
is.
The
I'll take a
elves
screenshot.
eat limbs.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
already eaten a couple of limbs and whatnot.
Didn't you get in trouble for doing that at one point?
No.
as far as I know. Somebody.
No, like, I thought maybe, like, if I went over there after Kyle talked to that lady and she went running to go check on the body that we just killed. Afterwards, I nibbled on the limb to, like, get memories. And, nibbled. And she started running over there. I was like, I wonder if she's going to notice I took a chunk out of him. So I went... So I went and followed, and then she just had like a meltdown because he was dead. She didn't notice anything about me taking a few bites.
I'm gonna one little example of how great this game is. We're just at the beginning. Red walked up to a tent and stole something from this lady, and she was diseased. So she was sick, and he caught the disease. Like he actually had a debuff. She confronted him and was like, "Hey, you stole something. Did you steal something? Let me check your bags." And he said no. So he got into a fight with her. At the same time, Baka was upstairs in a different spot and was being bullied into giving these guys his money. He said no, and he got into a different fight. They were in their own scenarios. Baka died in his fight.
Well, to be fair, Red only had one sickly person against him. I had like 3 different people going, "Oh, I'm going to cast Fire on you, and then I'm going to teleport behind you and start backstabbing you to death." And it's just like, oh my god, stop it.
This is one of those where you might want to think about how real life works. If you have 3 big guys at you and they're trying to get your money, you might just want to give them your money at some point.
That's
instead
what
of
Red
going,
even
Well, I was
said,
thinking
too.
more like, well, I'll just like cast some spells on him and maybe make him shoo away. But Nope.
They just whooped your ass.
Yeah,
I
as soon as
ran
cast
into
a spell,
the
they
fight
went,
radius
"Oh,
for Reds
ice."
too. Yeah, I was like, I'm just trying to explore around, and I run into like around a corner, and it's like fight, and I'm in the fight scenario with Red. I was like, what? Because I got too close. He's like, you don't have to help me. I was like, I'm not. Flee, run away.
Just run away
I don't
from
want
it.
any part of that.
I saw some dude
get what
kill
you get.
somebody, and I like on purpose or something. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that guy was a loser. I just had to kill him. It's for the best." And I was like, "Okay."
Are you talking about the human that stabs the lizard?
Yeah, the one that's
he
making the
stabbed
coffin.
the lizard because the lizard was being disrespectful towards his dead wife. I talked to that guy.
I heard part of the conversation when I was walking by, and then I come back and Red's like, "Oh my god, this guy just stabbed him," or it was you, Tony. I was like, "What? I just heard the fucking I heard part of the conversation, and he's just
Red
dead."
got our cat killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the cat. We're all sad about it still.
Yes. The kitty cat. The game is just so fucking open. There's so much to it. It's basically 4 people playing in the game together, but everybody's free to do what they want.
It's
The
like
DM's
D&D.
not standing there going, "Please stop! I need to put kitty leashes on you," because the DM is a computer and can have all of these conversations at once.
Yep.
So much nicer than me
Yeah.
trying to be like, can you guys just
The
stay
DM
together,
just like,
please?
what, kitty leashes? Let's just cut those cords. You guys go do what the hell you want, because
I
I
know.
can multitask this shit, no problem.
Yep, and the game keeps intricate notes of every conversation. So if I miss out on something that Griff was talking to them about, I can go into our journal, go to that, and then read the whole conversation myself, and basically catch myself up with what's going on in their scenario. So the game just is amazing, and we're like only 2 hours into it. Everything that you
Well,
could
come on,
want.
let's get to the news so that we can wrap this
All
up
right,
and go play some more.
We've got a few news stories. That's about it.
What?
I said we got a few news stories. That's about it. We'll call it here. Goodbye.
Shut up. For serious, what news things do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about first?
The Nintendo NES Mini
Crackhead.
is coming back. Oh,
More shipments.
more shit. I was so heartbroken when they said they were done with production with it. I was like, no. But they're bringing them back for us.
Nintendo has heard your pleas, and they have answered.
You know,
At least temporarily.
What's interesting to me is I saw an article not too long ago, and Reggie, the U.S. CEO, basically said that they did not purposely limit how many they made in order to generate demand.
This is my I don't believe your bullshit
But
face.
there wasn't. But because of a problem in production, there wasn't enough made. And I was like, so did somebody give you this bullshit line and you're just passing it on? Or do you legitimately, are just trying to bullshit us on this, Reggie? Because you know good and well that's bullshit.
Yeah, no
Yes.
shit. We all are looking at you going, yeah.
There was a problem with production. No, Nintendo's done this for their entire career. Bullshit,
know.
there was a
With
problem
the exception
with
of one
production.
thing, which was the Wii U. That was the only thing that they made enough of, and they made too many.
But it's because nobody knew why they fucking needed it, because they didn't
Right.
market it.
Everyone just thought it was just like an accessory for the Wii.
Yeah. All they had to do is change the name.
Like
And they'd
those,
been fine.
those stupid U-Draw tablets that they had that Ubisoft did.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Whatevs.
I'm happy about it, though. I want one.
I want one too. Jesus,
I know
do I want
Chicken
one.
has wanted one since they first announced them way back in the day.
I want
Yeah.
one of
Which was, like,
those
last
and the SNES one.
Just a tiny controller. Beep, 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 beep.
It's not that small.
It'll feel like it,
It's the same size as the Switch, basically. I got a friend
which
that's
is
got
fucking
one,
tiny.
so
Hey, that's fine. I can work with that.
he has it. He had it at his bar for a little while that he owns. Had it set up there, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? You've got like one of the high commodity items sitting up on the backside of a bar. Good job." So.
But yes, if I can get my hands on one, I'm gonna get one.
I know.
Well, Chicken, I guess we need to start camping outside places.
We're not doing that.
They're all taken. Fuck it, I'll beat somebody up. I'm gonna wait for them. We'll do the whole what was it PS3 thing where we beat up people and take theirs.
God, please no.
We'll just,
Do not
we'll just have to
encourage
make
violence.
Sure we'll just have to make sure we wear a mask. I have Darth Vader.
Fine, no violence. We'll just chloroform them and take it.
No.
That's
That
not
does
violent.
not work as effectively as you might think. It
Yeah, I
takes-
already know. You
Does-
saw an
does he
Imager
know
post
this
on it.
from-
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I was
saw an
like, do we
Imager
know this
post.
from like actually trying it?
Oh,
'Cause
Imager.
that is bad. All right. What do you guys think about the whole toxic behavior situation actually slowing development on fun times for Overwatch?
It's harsh. I mean,
Yeah, people need to stop that bullshit.
People need to stop being idiots because it doesn't have your real name up on the screen. I mean, Jesus, you're still a human being playing with other human beings. Be fucking decent.
But we've talked about this has been an issue for years and years. The internet gives you
know.
anonymity. And if you have that anonymity, people are so much more willing to say anything that comes to their head.
Which is just so dumb. Just be nice people. You don't even have to be nice people. Just don't be assholes.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, I think you run into a problem too. You've got, you have a lot of people for years that when like we'll talk about development of game, whatever it happens to be, and they're going to go, you could totally do this. You know what their experience in actually developing a game is? The person that's bitching about it? Nothing. You know what their experiences is with the other people that they're playing against in their lives? Nothing. But you know what? They're going to continue to say that they could do this or they could do that, or that person needs to be able to do this and do that. And it's like now they've got this option to be able to do it in in a game format or a comments board or whatever it is, and like it's irritating as shit because it's like I couldn't imagine being Blizzard that has these large communities as they do, or Steam, someone like that has this large community that's there with people that are as vocal and stupid. Just stupid. I'm sorry, they're just dumb.
Yes.
Because it's like you look at it and it's like, okay, with Steam, at least you have some type of setup for when people are reviewing games and things. You've got it up to where you can kind of go through and go, okay, this person's just an asshole. This person here legitimately, look, they played this game 15 hours and they're saying that they don't like the game. This one played at 0.2. It's like, it's like 0.2 hours. Oh, good for you. You hate this game. No, you don't.
You don't know this game well enough to hate it.
No, it's just that shit like that's irritating, and with anything that slows down production of a game that people enjoy fucking pisses me off. Anyway.
The fact that they're having to spend more resources on trying to figure out how to combat people being douche buckets to each other instead of making the game fun and putting in new heroes and new maps and shit like that is just so frustrating. So frustrating. Stop being assholes, everybody.
And here's the thing. The three of you have all been World of Warcraft people. Was this a problem, or is this a problem in the World of Warcraft world in an MMO situation? Or is this exclusive to something like this? It's a first-person shooter where
it
you've
is
got...
not exclusive.
No.
There's been a long time mute button in any of the chats for World of Warcraft because of people like that. People used to stand in...
Trade
chat, Baron's chat. You stand in the middle of like Stormwind or Orgrimmar and just talk shit in trade chat, and so you end up muting it. Like I think at this point on almost all of my characters, I just have trade chat completely turned off because I don't want to see the garbage.
To be fair,
because it's not people arguing.
It's not that bad anymore.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to just
because everybody has the
constantly,
mute button.
Yeah, and you could mute certain people. So you're like there was one server that we were on where there was a guy that
Ravenhold,
you knew was gonna be. It was Oathkeeper, I think was the guy's name. Yeah, if you saw him stand, like I had him muted so early on, but you would see him standing on the fountain in Stormwind in front of the bank, and you're just even though you can't see it in trade chat, you just know that he's talking shit because that's all he did. Like I don't even think he played the game half the time.
That makes no sense whatsoever either. Like I'm going to pay a monthly fee for a game, and my job in this game is to stand randomly in a location and just fucking be stupid.
Yes, just shout bullshit at the top of my lungs.
It's because it gives them some sort of sense of fulfillment. I mean, if you want to break it down, people are stupid and they're looking for attention somewhere. And if you're talking in a chat with
somebody that's going to talk back,
thousands
then
of
you're
other
getting
people,
the attention.
yeah, and then you get somebody like Red who loves to troll the trolls because he fucking loves to.
He's so bad at it, though.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they want. The problem with Overwatch, though, is people like that are trolls just to get a rise out of you. In Overwatch, it's different, because they can, it's not to get a rise out of you, it's to ruin your experience. Like what this guy says, it's basically, one of the major issues is if you're in a ranked game, and you're about to lose, they just quit the game. And then the other nobody gets that much, whatever their points are in ranked. XP, whatever. They're ranking. They don't get that much because somebody left the game. So it automatically punishes everybody.
So it screws over not only your team,
Can they not do, Bungie had a thing for, it might have been Halo 3, to where if you dropped out of their games, it ended up punishing you, like if you dropped out, even if you lost signal, but if you dropped out, it ended up punishing you based on your ranking system, the way it was working. Is there a way for them to do that for...
Yeah, you'll lose. I'm just gonna call it LP. In League of Legends, it's called LP. Basically, if you jump out of a game, you lose LP. You lose your ranking. You lose your points to go up to the next tier. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing here. But people don't care. All they have to do is win one game, or if they win 2 games, they can leave 3 and be fine. The ranking balance is very bad right now.
Well, maybe that's what they need to change. It needs to be, let's say you're a level, 70, and all of a sudden, you leave a game, and if you leave a game, it drops you to fucking 50. Now you got to work like, a whole lot more in order to be able to get through that system.
Yeah, it needs to be a lot harsher because, I mean...
Maybe make it to where they, like, the person who actually leaves the game loses way more points because they left.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You lose more of that way, and then,
well,
what?
I think Bungie also had something where it started, like, if you noticed that you were leaving consistently in games, it would start banning your account.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
would
would
you
probably...
you had a suspension, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you would be... Yeah, it's not like a permaban, but it would suspend you for so long, which I think Blizzard could benefit from. If people are consistently being assholes and leaving, I mean, just start punishing their accounts. They can't play at all.
What I would do is not even say a word. Let them drop out of 5. As soon as you drop 5, you drop them 20 ranks, and then make it to where it's quarter XP. it's like, holy shit, it's going to take me forever to get back to where I was. Well, you fucked up.
Yeah, what they need is something similar to what they got in Heroes. Basically, if you get reported for verbal abuse or racial slurs and things like that, they will mute you will not be able to talk in game. Basically, you can play the game, and that's about it. You can ping, but, I mean, that's all you can do. You can't talk to people. You can talk to your friends list, and that's about it. Like, it keeps you out of...
Like a global mute.
Yeah, it's a global mute. Keeps you from being racist or bad-mouthing other people.
It doesn't keep you from being racist. It just keeps you from spewing your racism.
I hope it's, like, multiple complaints, though.
It is. It's multiple complaints.
Okay. Because I would just hate it to be, that one person that just, beat the shit out of somebody, and then they got mad, and they were like, "Oh, he was being racist." Click.
Well, they could check.
Well, yeah,
they
but
could
usually,
check
they'll
logs.
check logs before they take any sort of action.
Yeah, definitely. One of the Overwatch has cross-team speech, right? In game.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Sure.
Yes, it does.
It does. Yeah, that is definitely an issue that you can't. I like Heroes where you can only speak to your team. There is no cross-team chat. You talk to your team only, so you can focus on your team. Having people badmouth you from the other side that's beating you only emphasizes and makes the problem worse.
Yeah, I think it's proximity.
Yeah.
Blizzard needs to consolidate their chat setup. Because if that's the way it is in Heroes, there's no need in Overwatch for you to have to talk cross-team.
No, not at all. And they need to have an option. See, the problem with MOBA games or fighter shooting games like that is it becomes a major issue if you're playing and somebody on the other team leaves or somebody on your team leaves. That team is at an immediate disadvantage, and the other team, like, you're in a hard spot. You can't restart the game because then it's unfair for the other team who was winning. And then people are going to abuse the system. And this is what Riot has been struggling with for years. Trying to make a system that cannot be abused.
Every system can be abused.
Exactly.
Give people long enough, they'll figure it out.
Everything that they tried to come up with to address the toxic problem in the right way
Which just goes back to people stop being fucking assholes. Jesus. How hard is it for you to fucking be a decent goddamn human being?
People get
Apparently
mad.
it's
Extremely
fucking
hard
difficult.
on the internet.
People get mad. People get upset. And people like to lash out. It's human nature, unfortunately. And there's, like, nothing you can do
Sometimes
about
it's not
it.
even that. Sometimes people just enjoy being dicks.
Yeah, that's true. Some people do. I mean, there are those people
If
that
you enjoy being
being
a
dicks.
dick, don't you ever fucking talk to me, because we will not be fucking friends.
Some people have an extremely
You're friends
competitive...
with Baka, don't lie.
Yeah, well, I know how to shut him down real fucking fast.
Snap, snap, snap. Damn.
It's fine, I'll just go get that tap dancing spider again.
He can hang out with the little spider that plays the bongos. Song of My People spider.
Hey,
They can
the
hang out
little
together and
spider
have a dance party.
Little spider that I gave the little top hat and king to.
Yeah, they'll just hang out.
An
parties.
interesting thing, I don't know if this is actually true, but in one of the comments, in South Korea, they link your social security number tied to many of the online accounts that you make. So they know who you are, and basically they can shut you down. Like you personally.
Yeah, but then you
down.
run into an issue
I
of
don't like my
governmental
social security number being attached to that.
Well, government policing your moral behavior, which that's going a bit too far. I mean, you can't just Like, you should just be an upstanding person enough to be like, I shouldn't be an asshole. You shouldn't have to have the government say, we'll put you in jail if you continue to be an asshole.
I would love to live in your utopian society where everybody is nice, but that ain't ever going to happen on this planet.
I'm not even saying you have to be nice. I'm just saying stop being a dick.
People need to be nice. People need to...
But as long as they continue to give us tools to fight back, I don't really have that much of an... Like, if they turn around, you know, if they have a reporting system that's available and things like that, then at least we have a way of fighting back for that. I just... The thing that's irritating to me is it's like kind of like Griff on this, not as passionate about it as she is, but I'm just... I think I've never gotten hyped up and mad enough at a game and the people in the game that I wanted to be a total asshole to them. Like, I wanted to beat them. But I've never wanted to be an asshole to somebody.
I will talk trash amongst my friends in voice chat, but I have never been so mad that I needed to spew hate at somebody I didn't know for my failures. I mean, like...
I definitely have. Back when I was super fucking competitive in Halo 3, if I won, I would fucking just talk the shit. If I got beat and they were talking this shit, yeah, I was playing, it was doubles and singles. Oh, man. Like, sometimes that adrenaline that you feel just unloads, and it just sometimes you don't even realize how bad it's going because somebody gets riled up and then they're yelling at you and then you yell back at them and it just gets heated, and sometimes you just can't help yourself.
See, that's why I don't I ended up having to mute the beginning of PUBG, is because when everybody's on the plane, you're all within proximity of each other.
Oh god.
And it's nonstop. You'll have your squeakers, you'll have your
one dude that's listening to music in the background that's really fucking loud.
God. You'll have everything.
And then you have the one guy that's up there that's telling me what he's going to do to my mom, and everybody's mom that's there, and it's like, and here's the problem with PUBG. You don't know who's talking. You know what I mean? There's 100 people sitting in a plane, and you can't, there's no way to tell which one of those people it is. And you're in the plane for what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds with the people, and then you hightail it out. So it's like, just mute that shit. I'm done. But
hell yeah. I mean, that's a simple solution to it. You just mute it.
Yeah.
Never have to hear it again.
Global mute everything. We don't even bother. I got so tired of hearing China #1.
I should laugh at that, but that's what you heard? Really? That's it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
no. There was the talking shit. There was the loud and all that other stuff. But until I muted it, the #1 thing that I constantly heard over and over again were stupid idiot people going, China #1, China #1. Just over and over and over and over again. I'm just like, holy shit, this is irritating. Okay, mute.
You know that they do a strategy. When they play solos, they'll wear a red baseball cap and a white shirt. It's a red shirt and a white baseball cap.
Oh, yeah. No. I've run across them multiple times.
Yeah, and they'll
they actually have a system.
Game.
Yeah, they have a system where you can report those things now.
Oh, good.
Where like, in the single player, if, like, because I've had multiple times where it's like, oh, look, there's 4 guys running around in the Jeep in single player, shooting at everyone, and running them over, and working together as a squad.
Yep.
Report.
Yep, it's a ban program, too. Like, if you get caught, it's banned.
Oh, yeah.
Not like, it's no holds bar with that shit.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a super popular game, and nobody wants to get banned from it right now. So everyone's like, I'll try to...
Since they've implemented that reporting of it, where you can report that, I've seen that way less. I think I've only run across it like one other time.
Nobody wants to get banned. They're afraid they're going to not be able to play the most popular game right now. So.
Well, what else you guys want to talk about? I mean, we could be here all day with that.
Yeah, no shit.
We all have feels.
Since we were talking about Blizzard on that, let's move into because of the recent disasters that the World of Warcraft has released a new charity pet, which is a fox.
He's so cute.
Oh my god.
It really is cute. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
but the line they have on it, the foxiest pet in your collection. Is
okay, that's
like, I'm a pun guy, but that's bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
Shadow the Fox. Shadow.
And he's $10. I was thinking about getting him for mine because it's a good cause. I mean, basically, because of all of the crazy shit that has happened recently, 100% of the proceeds is being split between the Red Cross and... Shit, now I have to go look at the article again because I had them and now I can't.
pretty awesome.
But all of the money. It's not like Blizzard's keeping any of it. All of the money.
Most of the time when they do things like this, they just give it all. Like, I mean, making that little fox took 2 guys 4 hours at most.
Well, it's a model that's probably somewhere else in the game.
Oh, it's a fennec fox. Yeah, they're already in the game. I mean,
it's going to.
Do you think they sit back though? They're like, okay, like they've got this fox thing, right? And they'll go, okay, we've done our charity pet this time. Let's go ahead and set up whatever the next charity pet is, so we can already have it done in case something else happens and we need to donate that in.
Probably.
Because I mean, I think I would because then I wouldn't have to worry about it again, right? Like it would be only after the disaster happened and you released one would you have to worry about another one to put out there. You know, it's like. And like you said that it was already something that was in the game.
Yeah.
So
maybe they have like a several of them lined up, and they go, okay, everyone at Blizzard is going to vote. Which one are we going to do for the Blizzard pet?
I wouldn't doubt that it's that way, but it's super nice. Usually it'd be a little bit later in the year that they do the charity thing. They try to usually launch it alongside BlizzCon, but the need for it's a little greater this year than it usually is. I mean, not that there's any year that's like super no tragedy here. We're all good guys, but this year has been a lot back to back to back, so they're bumping it up a little bit, which is nice, I think.
I like the one where it says always up for a fight, and it looks like a Pokemon event.
Yeah.
Pet battles.
There's Pokemon, pet battles in WoW.
Yeah, it's pretty much Pokemon, but it's called pet battles, and your vanity pets. They used to just be vanity pets. Now they're battle pets.
Battle pets.
Yeah. So, I mean, Blizzard always does amazing things, and people wonder why Blizzard is such a highly sought-after company.
Because they're awesome.
They are. They are awesome.
I realized today, I was checking all my credit card stuff after all the Equifax junk. I realized today that my World of Warcraft account has been up and running the whole summer because I thought I had canceled it, and it hasn't, and I wasn't even that mad. Like, if it was going to be money going to a company, at least it's Blizzard.
Fair enough. If you're going to waste money on something, at least it's on a good company.
I know.
They'll put your money to good use somewhere.
I feel really bad about it, though, because I swear I had canceled it when we stopped playing, like, regularly. Damn it. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, well. Blizzard is a great company. Play one of their games. I mean, 2 of their games are free to play. Yeah.
It's Heroes. What's the other?
Heroes and Hearthstone is free to play. Overwatch is a single buy. StarCraft and the original StarCraft is a single buy. Diablo 3 is a single buy, and World of Warcraft is a buy with a monthly thing. So, play something of theirs. They got something for everybody.
Yep. And they weren't the original game that had the cards and stuff, but theirs is the better format, I think, out of the ones that are out there.
Yeah, they've definitely hit the nail on the head with that.
Like Legends and stuff like that, they've got a different format, but it's fun, but it's just not the same. Like, I'm always gonna go back to Hearthstone for that.
Hearthstone is just so much fun. I need it on my Switch though. Blizzard, Hearthstone on Switch, please, bruh. Yeah,
dude, that would have been awesome sauce.
I mean, right there, it's just a tablet, just poured it on
like
over.
Sitting on your desk and you're just going through and flipping through the cards.
But think how cool that would be too, though. Like if Chicken and I are in the same room together, we could play against each other, just linking the 2 systems.
Exactly.
Right. So that way, in PAX West that I was at, where you had all these people playing their Switches and all these people playing their 3DSs and all that stuff. That would have been really cool to just have people down there playing, Hearthstone. So that's pretty freaking awesome.
Yep, especially
please
since
make that happen.
Gotten the new Hearthfire things started up around the country. So, I mean, come on now. Come on. Because I don't think there's anything from Blizzard on the Switch or any Nintendo thing that I can think of.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Blizzard.
Diablo 3 was the first thing that we had on a console, period, right? From them.
Technically, no.
No.
The original Diablo was on PlayStation 1.
Really?
Wow,
they did it on PC, but there was also one on PS1 because that was actually the very first time I ever tried playing Diablo.
Yeah, you're right.
Was on the PS1, and then we upgraded our computer a little bit. I think we got a new graphics card, and I started playing it on the PC, and then I stopped because after a while I got tired of the.
Actually, let's go back even farther. The Lost Vikings was on the Super Nintendo.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
So I mean, way back when.
That was like before Diablo and stuff, though.
Yeah, that was 1992.
Damn, back in the day.
Blizzard Entertainment.
I remember Lost Vikings. Fun little puzzle platformer.
Yes. Blizzard's original child. Oh. Well,
It was Olog, Eric the Red, and... What the hell is... I don't remember the other dude. Starts with a B. Baylorg or something like that.
I can't remember his name.
Well. And all you hear is clack, 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 clack.
Sorry.
Everybody's saying it.
Oh, I was looking through the rest of the articles.
Yeah.
Okami is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Yeah, I put that in there because I wasn't sure if you were an Okami fan, but it seemed like something you had mentioned in the past, so...
I think I rebought it on the Wii. I used to have it on PS2, but I don't know where that one is offhand at the moment. But I think my mom borrowed it because it's kind of similar to like Legend of Zelda, except you're a dog with a paintbrush.
A dog with paintbrush.
Yep.
Okay.
Or a wolf, whatever.
It's a wolf.
Yeah. Same thing.
No,
you're a canine.
There you go.
There you go. That's better.
It's a canine.
But yeah, it's actually a really, really neat little game.
Well, that's good. It's getting...
Very pretty game.
Yeah,
I was
so wasn't it praised for the art style?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I liked it a little bit more on the Wii just because with the motion control it was a little bit easier to do some of the paintbrush.
The painting?
Yeah.
I guess that would... Well, yeah, okay. I could see that.
He was being fabulous while playing.
You leave him alone. He can be as fabulous as he wants.
Only while playing Okami, though.
Well, I mean... No, okay, we won't go into that.
we're on a show. Be careful.
Yep.
What else? We will just transition away from that before it can get bad.
Yes, please do.
There's a bunch of Destiny articles, but I mean, there are just a shitload of Destiny articles.
Well, it's Destiny, so of course there are. Physical sales are down by half, but it's because a lot of people are buying digital, plus some people are transitioning away from console to play it on PC, but that doesn't come out till next month. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
Physical copies are going down. Those brick and mortar stores are falling.
I will always want my discs.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Until there's not
part
enough.
of it is
I'm a fan of the
they
disc.
don't. I mean, just kind of like with movies and stuff, they don't make as much off the new copies and stuff when they sell them. I mean, they get like what, $1 for out of like the $65.
I don't know.
Or something like that. It's not like a really low amount. I mean, same thing with like movies and movie tickets, which is why the popcorn and everything else is so much. Like the movie companies, the movie theaters make very, very little money off per ticket. Most of it goes to,
The studios and whatnot,
Yeah.
and overhead and all that junk. Yeah, but still, popcorn's expensive.
It is.
Yeah, but it's tasty.
It is.
It's really, really
Just
good.
like pop your own and then sneak it in.
But it's not the same, though. It's not the same. Movie theater popcorn has a specific taste that you cannot get from made-at-home popcorn.
Why are you so lumpy?
There are things you can buy that taste just like the movie theater popcorn.
We will discuss this after the show because now my interest is piqued. So.
Oh, the popcorn maker? You can get one of those, like, if you're rich enough, you can get one of those, like, popcorn machines.
If you're
those
rich
don't
enough.
those don't cost that much anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
you can just buy those from, like, Amazon for
Oh, cool.
$50.
Let's get one. We'll set up
He's
a home
looking at
theater.
Amazon right now.
We'll get a home
movie
theater systems.
popcorn with nice big screen TV.
Hell yeah, get a nice big 104-inch flat screen HD 4K.
Yeah, because we can afford that. You were just worried about how much the popcorn machine was going to cost.
Hey, if we're gonna go big, we're gonna go big. I want to get one of
Go
those,
big or
like...
go home. Wait, you're already home.
Exactly.
You can get one with the wheels and everything, so it looks like one of the ones you'd see out on the street for $170.
That's not that bad.
All right, then that leaves me enough money to get a 104-inch 4K.
No, it does not leave you that much extra money.
I saw a 104-inch TV
It doesn't
going
chickens
for
logic.
$199,000.
199.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yep, 104-inch 4K TV, $199,999.
I've noticed a lot more TVs and stuff not really advertising 3D much anymore.
Oh no,
Well, because
3D
it was a
is
fad.
gone. 4K is the new thing, and then after that, it's gonna be like 16K.
It looks so real.
It looks real enough.
No,
when
they're
they
just
did
gonna skip it and go to
1080p.
VR, like 4K VR. Where you're like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna have a
No,
heart
you
attack.
can play as the hero. I'm not playing. I'm just seeing everything through his eyes. This is kind of boring. He's just in the bathroom. What?
I'm like in here, I'm good. It's
Oh, God,
No,
take it off,
no,
take it
he's
off.
gonna shower. No.
It's like the after credits of what everyone else goes off and do. It's just, what the? I didn't need to see this.
Dude, you can get like 75 inches for like 2,500. Why would you pay the extra much for 104? That's a ton of money extra for
Really?
104.
That's
Oh,
a 104 inch kind of like it's not a straight edge one, it's curved.
Like, is there anything else in the news you
There's
guys want
4K.
to talk about? Because I've got some Divinity to go play.
PewDiePie
Oh
is
my
stupid.
god.
Someone's departing Naughty Dog after 18 years.
I
Oh,
know,
that's-
Bruce Straley, who's been there forever and was co-director for The Last of Us, the Left Behind DLC, and Uncharted 2 and 4. I don't know about 3. But yeah, he's going in a different direction. Just decided it was time to go.
Sometimes you just need to go a different path and find a different way.
I mean, 18 years at one company, it's just maybe...
He
you
could have
know,
held on 2 more years and just made it an even 20.
The way I look at this is it's a possibility that wherever he moves to, that we're going to get more quality work, so we get double the quality work because we get the one strong
Yeah.
team that he left behind, plus
the new
wherever he
strong
goes.
team.
Assuming he goes anywhere and not just, goes to enjoy life afterwards.
That's true, it could be a retirement.
Yeah. I mean, you work at Naughty Dog, you could come back wherever and whenever you want. Take a few years off, come back to whoever the hell you want to go to.
Go explore the world.
Be like, hey there, I'm Straley. I want to work here. Yeah, please, come on. There's an office already set up for you. We've been waiting for you.
Every
Just
company
gotta-
now has
gotta
an
dust
office
it off
space
and,
for him.
Jim, get off the desk. No.
Get off the fucking desk, man. Do you see who's here? Oh, shit. All right, you're fired. All right, welcome.
He does say an
a
excitement
jelly
to
donut
continue
with
the journey into the creative process. So maybe a possibility that he's moving on somewhere or creating
Maybe
his own
he's gonna
company.
do
Yeah, I was about to say, or he's going to pull a Cliffy B, leave for a little bit and come back and start his own.
He'll create a Microsoft exclusive game.
Because he's been working for a PlayStation
That would be
exclusive.
the biggest backhand I think I've ever seen from the gaming world.
Well,
Yeah.
but to be fair, I mean, Sony's the one that bought Naughty Dog. They weren't originally a Sony
company.
studio. They were purchased, and then they created Crash Bandicoot for them. So,
It's true.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Total props to him.
Kudos.
Kudos.
It'll
to
be
him.
interesting to see what happens.
Yes. PewDiePie's an idiot.
Yeah.
Next.
We already knew that. He said
next.
something stupid and then had to apologize for it. People, stop being stupid.
Again.
Yes, again. Twice this year.
It's
The
like,
first time
I'm,
I think
I'm
was February.
celebrity status and I'm popular. I can say what I want. Oh shit, this is a backlash.
To be
Well,
fair,
I mean, the downside is you get comfortable in your celebrity status and you get comfortable being in front of people because he does live streams and YouTube videos. And I think that with him, he gets too comfortable and forgets that there are things that he shouldn't say because he says them in his real life. And there are things that you probably shouldn't say in your real life so that this doesn't happen. Don't be a racist,
Well,
asshole.
to be fair, all this does for him is bring the spotlight back onto him.
Yes,
and
it
all
does.
that, and all he hears is cha-ching, cha-ching.
It's true. Oh
I
no,
mean,
PewDiePie made a mistake. Everybody look at how stupid he is. We all hate him. He's dumb. But everybody went to his YouTube to see the video.
I didn't.
Well, you didn't.
I didn't go to
Most
YouTube.
people went to YouTube.
I would just looked at it here on your own camera.
Yes. But it does drive a lot of extra people to his channel that wouldn't normally be there. And even if they are coming to yell at him and say mean things in his comment section, it still puts a view on his video, which puts $1 in his pocket.
Wow, $1
So-
a view?
Well, that was more metaphor. I don't actually know how the YouTube monetary system breaks
Be
down.
like, good
but
lord, make one famous video, get a couple million views, and be set for life.
Imagine some of these artists that have like billions of views.
I'm surprised they haven't moved to Mars yet.
Well, there's the whole
funny.
thing of like they need breathable atmosphere.
With that much money, they could build a house around themselves with breathable air.
I don't think we have that technology yet, or else we would have already been, like, Elon Musk would have already been trying it out. So
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
Which I'm waiting
With
for
solar
that to happen.
panel, with solar panel roofs.
Yes.
Like, fucking SpaceX is definitely going to move to that territory at some point. Probably before PewDiePie.
For sure. PewDiePie.
But don't be stupid. I guess, actually, the interesting part of that conversation is not so much that PewDiePie said something dumb, but that there was a dev, the company that made Firewatch, said that they were going to file DMCs on PewDiePie's video, which is an interesting legal area to get into, because you're looking at, on the Firewatch webpage, it's like, yes, you can stream our content, you can make videos, blah, 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 blah. Basically, it's consent from the Firewatch team to use their videos. And then PewDiePie says something offensive that is not on a video that he made with using their content. It's on a completely different media, but now they're going to try to go back and punish him legally with their content.
Were they paying him?
Because they weren't paying him, but they'd already said, it's free use, whatever. So you're going to pull that because you don't like who he is, not because he did something with your specific stuff.
Is there anything that's on that states that it's free use except?
No.
Like, as in...
They won't win. If he's not being sponsored by them, if basically it's on it's not even part of theirs, and he just used their content, and they have already stated that it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he did, basically it was like a Let's Play kind of thing, is what he did with that. And then, that was a couple months ago, and then this is now, and he's playing PUBG and says something stupid, and they're like, well, retroactively, now that we don't like you because we've seen that you're a dick, we want to basically make you pull down videos that you were making money off of because it's our property, but you didn't do anything wrong in those videos. We just don't like you.
Which I'd be fine with if they had a stipulation in theirs that said that you have to represent what we feel is the good ideal of a human being. And you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you represent
no
us the way we
stipulation
want
like
you to
that.
represent us, whether it's in our video or not, then fine. But if they don't state that in any way, then they shouldn't be able to pull that off.
Yeah, no, if they're not sponsoring him or anything like that, then legally they can't really do much on it.
Nope. They don't got nothing in that.
I think it's a pretty graspy thing to do. I mean, you're basically saying, I don't like you, so I'm going to try to punish you for it, even though what you're doing wasn't something that I should be able to punish you for. So, I don't know. It's just a weird thing that popped up. And it's like, will devs start to do this to YouTubers and streamers more frequently? Where it's
If
like,
you're sponsored, yes.
But if you're not, though, it's just that you had played their game at some point.
That's not going to work then. I mean,
that's where the crux
again,
of
it
it
depends on how
stipulation.
those other people have it written in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on stipulations. If it's expressly, which people may start putting in their fucking little technical thing, or when you agree to play the game, because some games have agreements before you start them, and if you don't read it, that's your own fault. But if it does not say you need to represent us as a company when you play our game, then they don't have a foot to stand on.
Yeah.
So.
I thought that was an interesting thing that was happening around that story, because we already knew PewDiePie was dumb. So,
to be fair on that too, if you start adding that into some of these agreements, then what you can actually do in the backside of that is they could go, well, you said things negative about our game, and therefore you did not go along. So it could be really. Could get in some territory where it's like, really, douchebags? But, to be fair, the game could have been great. This guy just had a beef to tell, too, so there's no telling. But in this case, sorry, PewDiePie was a douche.
yeah. I mean, that's just it. He was dumb. It doesn't affect you. You can't really do much about it. Sorry.
Yeah, just start adding little amendments to it, except PewDiePie. You can have this. It's free, except you, PewDiePie.
Well, it's not even that Firewatch was free. I mean, you purchased it. It was just on their FAQ page, essentially.
But a lot of times he gets things for free because
well,
of
that's
who he
true.
is.
He could have ended up with
and
that
that
free,
might be where they have some legality to stand on.
Yes.
If they gave him the game and he played it.
We'll see. My theory is that probably this is Firewatch dev talking something, and then as the story boils down and people forget about it, we won't hear anything else about it.
Yeah.
We probably won't. I mean, the last one, most people forgot that shit happened in February anyway.
Yep. So.
I mean, and
The internet has a really short memory.
Well, I haven't watched PewDiePie in like 6 years, 5 years, something like
Yeah.
that. It's ridiculous.
But he's still got a really big base. Like, a lot of people watch him regularly. Still.
I don't know.
To each
why
their
I've
own.
never
Whatevs.
found him entertaining.
Well, I liked his when he first started. He would review scary games. That's what I liked, because it was the games he was playing that I was enjoying, and his reaction to them. Because I feel like I would have reacted the same way in some ways. But now it's just everything.
Yeah.
And I also liked it. There was one where they did like a live haunted house, basically, where he had to walk through the haunted house, and they had set it up specifically for him.
Yeah.
And that was entertaining, but you know, for the most part,
Just take him to an actual like haunted house, like not one where people jump out in costumes and go ooga booga booga. I mean,
Oh, I can see the world moving forward now. The gears are turning for people. They're like, what if I do an IRL stream from a real haunted house? We're doing it. Someone just came up with that idea, and I'm not going to get any royalties from it.
well, they have that. It was called Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like stream, live, second to second.
because like with things like Ghost Hunters and things like that, you can always argue that well, it was all just kind of rigged, and with the cameras.
edited.
I would, but
Edited in
but me, I would
production.
argue it's all rigged anyway, and a lot of imagination, because I don't believe in the supernatural. But supernatural games freak me out, which is kind of weird.
You don't believe in it, but you believe in it.
Yeah, I believe in video games. Like, I don't believe in. I don't know.
So if you
Kinda weird.
actually saw one, you wouldn't be scared. But if you see one in a game, it scares you.
Well, if I saw one, I would question what I'm seeing, and then
we should probably save this discussion
Yeah.
for next month.
Yeah.
Because it's almost
In October?
Halloween. I
Yes.
just
Yeah,
realized.
October.
Halloween,
It's almost
spooky
Halloween
things.
time. Yay!
Yay, spooky
I'm
things.
super excited.
he likes spooky things.
All right, but that should probably wrap us up. We're a little over an hour now.
Woohoo! We do appreciate everybody that hangs out with Anish every week at Infinite Respawn. As always, you can check us out on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. Check me out personally at MDBOaktree. Check out Griff.
At Griff Slanum.
Check out Chicken.
Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
Baka Pickle.
Make sure you go to our YouTube as well, where you can watch the video version of our podcast, as well as some Let's Plays and some videos that Griff has put together that are fantastic. Also, make sure that you go to InfiniteRespawn.com, go on there, join the forums, and hang out. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oaktree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
Baka.
See ya!
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.